I pocket watched you.
I'm really trying to be in my glow up era right now, but I just don't know how to start and how to begin.
Oh my gosh, in my school, everyone would just put the foundation and just put it on with their hands, like
And
rubbing
with their
it
lip,
in like
that
skin,
hand stuff.
and then putting it over their lips.
One Extra presents Pressed.
Hi guys, it's your girl Adeola, Patronne. You know the vibes already.
Hey guys, it's me, Mariam Musa, your Miss Unproblematic, and welcome back to Pressed Podcast. Woo!
Guys, I could tell some of you lot don't listen to the end of our episodes.
Right.
Someone messaged me that I was like, oh my God, you guys did us dirty last week. And I was like, babe, if you listen to the end, we did say we was going on a 1 week break.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we caught you out.
We want our real peaches to listen from the start to the finish, because that's where you miss out all the important information, like having a break.
We could have been given a £1,000 gift card giveaway.
Yes.
And you just missed it because you didn't listen to the end. Don't sleep on your own blessings, babes.
Anyways, what has you pressed this week?
So what has me pressed this week is, well, I don't know if it has me pressed, but I found it kind of interesting.
Okay, tell.
So, you know Melissa's Wardrobe?
Yes.
She is a stylist, influencer, hashtag Mel made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
She had her honeymoon recently.
Yes.
She had it 1 year later. I don't know if she said on her story why, but it was definitely worth the wait.
Mm-hmm.
So her husband had booked a private jet. On this private jet, there was a big bouquet of roses. You know them big bouquet of roses,
Yeah, you're not
different
playing
colours.
around. Yeah.
He had her hashtag saying it's a lifestyle hun on cushions, as a water bottle. And to be fair, I don't actually know where they landed, but just the whole beginning of the trip was giving luxe. And I even saw people on socials tweeting like, Mel, show me that love is truly exists. Like I was just, loads of people was gassed about it on socials. Like, okay, there's love there, never settle, etc.
Yeah, because I saw the vlogs post and I was looking in the comments. I was like, bro, like they're proper. The girls were like, do not settle, like know your worth. And it's like,
it's nice to see girls being taken care of. And then also in the same week, we had our auntie Patricia Bright.
Okay.
She posted that she had her braids done and she had braids that cost £1,000.
Okay.
And she explained in this video, she has fine hair, the hair is natural. I mean, the hair is human hair and it can be reused. And she
didn't use any like glue,
synthetic.
No, or any products like that.
Gel because she's allergic.
Yeah,
and you know a lot of braiders always use gel to do the parting. And she was just happy to support a fellow Black business.
Okay,
but the reception to that was very crazy. They were saying how, why would you spend 1K on braids? It was just very negative compared to, you know, Melissa, who also was given luxe, but it was two different types of luxe.
Yeah, and remember, one was a gift to her, and then the other one was was her spending her own money. So from what we know from Melissa's, she hasn't paid anything. Her husband has gifted her with this luxury experience, luxury honeymoon gift.
Yeah.
Whilst Patricia, part of her lifestyle, she felt like, okay, I'm going to get braids, and they just happened to cost £1,000.
Yeah. So what I found interesting was the two different in reception.
Yes, the responses from like, okay,
yes.
I've noticed this, you know.
Why do you think that is? Because I feel like Patricia always has the girls pressed.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't think she can. I feel like she can never really do anything. I'm not sure, guys, I don't want to sound mad. I always feel like she never gets like grace. Yeah, like a little bit of a grace. I think the reason why is about relatability a little bit. So a lot of us grew up to Patricia, and I think we were having this conversation earlier how like I grew up to Patricia watching her being a budget babe in the sense of making sure we save our money, invest our money. You don't need to buy all these like crazy wild things, like think about the future. And she's accomplished so much off of that mindset and those teachings. So I feel like for a lot of people watching her now, where she's done all that and she's made a name for herself, she's done all the hard work, she's saved her money. Now she's an adult, a wife, a mother who's, you know, respectfully earned her wages like in a very, very honest way as well. So when people probably might see that, they might see it as, but that's not what I knew you as. How can you be someone that's so for saving and, you know, investing your money into being someone that will waste it in our eyes add to something like braids, where probably people are saying it's not even long enough, or it's, do you know what I mean? You can give that to an auntie that's probably going to charge you less than half than that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that, and then with Melissa, I think a lot of people have always seen Melissa as someone that strives for that fashion luxury look, whether it's for her or her clientele. Do you know what I mean? We know her as a designer. So I think that's why people find it a bit harder to relate, because I think with Patricia's one, it came off of that whole mindset and budgeting, and I think people just need to understand, you just grow, you get to a stage where you make your targets and your goals, and then it's on to the next thing. You elevate. You never want to kind of stay in the same position though. Come on, guys, you want to.
I feel like
what do you think?
Like people just, I feel like they want to get onto Patricia, and I do think like. I don't feel like, I feel like Patricia kind of knows that now, so she's kind of accepted it. So, you know, when you kind of just, it's like, I know they're going to hate me for this anyway, so I'm going to give it to them anyway. Yeah. But what I find funny is that, why don't people see it as like, okay, so Patricia has given us all these secrets on how she's basically got here, and now she's enjoying the fruits of her labor. Let her enjoy. Whereas I feel like the other one is more like quick luxe. Like, it's not... Like going on a PJ and all of this. I mean, it's nice. Like, I'm not taking... I would love to be gifted that. Yeah. But I mean, there's no substance or educational behind how all of this is funded. Whereas
Adeola, you just said it.
She's like, you know, she's got all these houses.
But we know why.
Yeah, you know how she's basically got here. So wouldn't you be more happier to be like, wow, to see how she can spend and like live like this after watching her grind so hard? Why is it always such a negative
and
thing?
Low key as well, guys, I think we need to dive into this, right? I believe that the reason why people kind of had this negative idea, this negative response to when they see someone like Patricia maybe doing something or investing in something, is because I feel like the other side of the luxury black aesthetic is just looking like it's just a
you're
look.
not living it in real life.
Yeah, not no one's taking anything away from Mel at all. It's just, I think, the perspective of Patricia. You've seen the graph. You've seen like there's an answer to how she got there.
Forget Mel and Patricia, because we don't want to. We're talking more about people's responses as in their audience rather than
them two.
The actual talent. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So if we do it in a sense of like, when you think of black aesthetics and what is very much popularized is the look. And the look is those things like the jets and the fashion, the higher designer, the high end purchases of certain bags, whilst maybe people don't appreciate the behind the scenes of the foundations of like having been able to just buy a house outright without having to pay mortgage. You know what I mean? You've got the money like that. So I think that's where the relatability comes back into, because it's easier to probably save up for those flashy images of luxury and you know, richness, rather than having to do the grinding of and learning the educational side of long-term wealth and long-term.
Because low-key, I feel like Patricia should be one of the people that whatever she spends her money on, realistically, no one should actually chat shit.
No, 100%.
We know you've grinded. We know you've like done your time in the game. We know how you make your money. So everything is just so legit. Whereas there will be like this one girl that just popped up from Instagram spending 5K on like a Van Cleef, and it's like, okay, but you've got like 5K jewelry or 10K jewelry, and it's like, okay, but what do you actually do? Yeah,
exactly. And it's
it's like, but people are okay to pocket watch when it's someone that's legit.
Oh, exactly.
It doesn't actually make sense.
And I think because obviously a lot of that conversation's like sparked from the braids, the 1K braids. We've actually spoken about that in a previous episode with the girls from Vamp. So if you guys want to hear our actual opinions, go back to that episode. But it kind of stems from, I believe, what's your lifestyle and what you're used to. If you're not used to being to pay that much for hair and you think you can it's not worth it, that's fine. But that's someone else's current situation. That's their lifestyle.
Because realistically, people could be on like average wage salary and still pay 1K for trainers
100%,
or heels.
100%.
And those heels will break, those shoes will get worn out. So if she feels that 1K for braids is like reasonable for her, then that's fine. Something you would probably spend 1K on wouldn't be reasonable to somebody else.
Exactly. And do you know what it is as well, right? I believe that since social media, before social media, there was a gap between being wealthy and being all right. Do you know what I mean? Like being
It seemed out of reach.
Yeah, very much out of reach. And I think there was an easier fundamental way of living. You go to uni, you settle, you do your 9 to 5 and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously you have your hopes and dreams and stuff, but it didn't seem as easy now with the opportunities. So with that with the new break of the internet, I believe that it just shows, it opens you to normal people living like celebrities, going out, like having more money to splurge on things that in a normal 9 to 5 and a normal average a majority work. It's wild. And I think that's why people get that pocket watching idea from, because they're thinking, how are me and you from the same area? How have maybe gone to the same school? And now you can afford this by doing stuff, by doing whatever that people don't seem as a job important. And they just run with it. And I think that's where all that judgment comes from, and then all things like that.
Have you ever had anyone pocket watch you for anything?
I've had. I don't think I'm a flashy person, so I think I've been quite calm. But that's why it says perspective is what you feel that you would be willing to spend on. So obviously, I had my hair transplant, and I told how much I spent on it, and I had a couple of people in my comments when they watched the YouTube video, kind of saying you wasted your money, why would you spend it? And I was just thinking, I mean, it's my money to waste. I don't understand. I worked really hard.
For me, it's an investment.
Yeah, I'd be willing to spend something that improves me inside or outside, compared to maybe just, I don't know, 5k in a bag. For me, that's a bit, unless I really feel like I want that bag, it's all perspective. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. What about you? Do you feel like you've been pocket watched before?
I feel like when I got my car, my Range Rover,
I pocket watched you. I pocket watched you. I don't think it was a Range. Was it what was before the Range?
Oh, my Audi.
Yeah, man. It was another.
No, you pocket watching me, babe. How the hell can she afford that?
Yeah, babe.
Really?
Yeah, babe, but not in a bad. I was like, right, how can she? Because it was all you lot that got all at the same time. And remember at that time, obviously, when you compare the 2012s, whatever year was to now, the money difference. So I was just thinking, damn.
How can she afford that?
I pocket watched that.
That's funny, but I just felt like, to me, it didn't seem like that big of a deal, because it was just okay, you put your deposit down for a car and then you're paying for it monthly.
Ooh, and on top of that, I think the reason why many people probably pocket watch, they're not used to that. I wasn't a driver. I've never, at that point when I pocket watched, I wasn't a driver. I didn't know how to drive. So it's different.
More
it seemed
wow.
Not just a car, but an Audi. Not knowing that, actually, you know what, work enough, save enough, you can actually afford it, kind of thing. So when you look at it, maybe a lot of people look at something because they're not there yet, and then they're probably thinking, and exactly. You're close.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes as you get into different spaces in your life and you become more educated, or you network with more people, you realize some things that you didn't understand before with money and stuff. You understand it more to the point that you think, okay, this is actually a bit achievable for me. And then when you were pocket watching, it's like, I actually understand how it was more reasonable, rather than she didn't buy a whole Range Rover outright. Do you know what I mean?
Do you feel like, I feel like this, but do you feel like this, that there is maybe a constant watch, there's always a constant comment, constant comparison when it's black women in the space of luxury and how they share 100%. Their luxury purchases?
Because even to be fair, I think I was like this as well before I moved out into my apartment. I was like, how is everyone affording to move out? Especially when they're in your space. Yeah. Oh my gosh, how are they affording? They actually moved out. But then obviously now that I've moved out and it's you're self-employed and you know the logistics behind it. But before that, it was oh my gosh, she's moved out.
Yeah.
She's moved out. How is everyone affording this?
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I believe that as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's certain things do you feel there's certain things that you can't share? So, for example, if you buy yourself something new that's a bit expensive and you're proud of that, do you believe because of your brand, I wouldn't say you're someone that just does too much. You do too much, but not in that way. Yeah. Do you feel like sometimes you have to do you ever question actually I don't want to post that? It's just giving a bit
too flashy.
Because things for example, getting a car.
Yeah.
Like, are you the type to be like, oh my God, I got a car? Because I don't think I've ever, even from the...
Oh, yeah, when
you
I got
you don't,
my-
you don't.
yeah,
It's
I
like,
didn't
if
feel
you
like I
know,
could.
you know. You're not like,
Yeah.
everyone stop the road, everyone stop. I've got a new car. I've got a new car. This is the car I've got.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I remember now when I got my Range, I didn't want to post like,
Yeah.
oh my God, like guys, I got a new car. It was just more like you just start driving it, and it's like
If you've
clocked
couple
it.
of snaps in my thingy.
Yeah,
Same, you know.
because
I've
it's
always
just,
liked.
I don't want to feel like I'm.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Same. So it's like being humble with it. Like, I always believe that I've got a car. It's a nice car, unless it's something I've really worked hard for. You know, say you've been grinding, saving, and I've said I want to. My goal by the end of the year is to buy out a big bad boy car, all in cash, maybe something like that. And I've kept the journey with my subscribers.
Yeah.
I think then I'm like, guys, we did it. I got the car. But I'm like you, like, I find it not weird, but certain, unless it's work achievements. Yeah, I'll post it. It's better because it's like you lot see, you get one, you get.
But I think I want to change it though. Like, I feel like I do want to show. I want to be able
Bit more.
not more like flashy, but more just like
I've worked
got a
really
new
hard.
car. Yeah, guys, I've worked. I feel like I should feel okay to do that.
And I don't think anything's wrong with that when people see you working hard.
Yeah.
I think where it comes from is people that probably aren't invested in certain people, or those certain people don't show that work side of their luxuries. That's why people probably think, what you doing? Like, how are you making your money? How can you spend that so recklessly, not knowing that, no, like, I actually do work really hard.
Exactly.
I actually do save very well.
Exactly.
And I think we're in a space where everyone's so entitled and expects people to over-explain themselves, explain every inch of their life. So it's like so many people probably wanted like a luxury watch and stuff. And it's like, when it comes to that time, it's like, yeah, this is my luxury watch. I want it. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what I've always wanted a luxury watch. So I know if I get one, I'm definitely going to be like, oh, but then I always say this and then I get it. And then I'm like,
it's a bit, and then it's that fear of like,
Target.
Just took the words out of my mouth, because I don't want you to be watching
then
me
now
like
watching
that.
me when I'm out, like, oh, she has this, she has that, or what's she keeping in her house?
Yeah, and I feel like if you're the type that shouts it, it makes you a target. Yeah. At the end of the day, we've had people that have just done a little house tour without even trying to show the nice stuff, and people broken in. It's scary.
Yeah, it's true, you know. Well, I say this now, like, I would love to share it in terms of like being excited and stuff.
Yeah.
But every time I have thought that, and then when I do get what I want, I then become very
protective
over it, and then I don't want to. But
because people can, you know, it's like evil eye a little bit as well. Like, I don't know. And I feel on top of that is, if you're born, I feel like this, you know, if you're born in a certain lifestyle that you're used to, it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even you stunting. But I think when you've worked so hard to come out of a lifestyle that is not your destiny at the end of the day, it's just what I've been born into.
What I wouldn't mind flexing on
tell
is
me.
them luxury holidays.
Oh yeah,
like guys, come with me on this 10,000 trip. I spent $5K in this hotel.
Wow.
And then, like, do you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind like telling details of stuff like that. Whereas if it's something that I'm owning, like items, then I'm a bit. But if it was like a service or something, I wouldn't mind. Like,
so you've never has there been anything you've announced that you've like brought? That's like, or is there anything you flexed on your Insta that was, you know, that was a bit of a flex?
Probably like when I moved out, like, and I got my apartment.
Oh yeah, that's a flex though. Like, no matter what anyone says,
remember
moving
when
out,
everyone wanted to post? It was probably then.
Yeah.
But now, like, if I was to get somewhere else, I don't think I'd do that again now.
Yeah.
So
I don't think I would. I've never flexed on any on my cars. I flexed on my achievements. Like, when I passed my driving test, that was a big deal. I had to tell the whole world because I really struggled to learn.
But then you kind of flexed when you got your apartment.
Do you reckon?
Because that was more of a flexing on my ex.
Oh yeah, I was flexing on my ex. I was flexing on my ex. Yeah, flexing on, like, as in, this is what I mean, self-development, like, new stages in your life. I think that's what I'll announce my achievements.
Yeah, I do love, and I was so gassed to post when I got my show.
Yeah,
I had to delete the post.
Guys, I need to tell you guys, if you were there at the Q&A, Adeola, yeah, it was really nice watching because you were very proud of yourself. But I could just tell you were like, I'm that bitch. I'm that bitch right now. No, because you have to, in those moments when you're deep in, like, I've worked hard, I'm Literally, I've reached one of my goals. Like, I'm that bitch.
It was so funny. They posted the social clip before me. So I was like, hi, can I get the social clip? Because I was thinking I want to announce it before I even repost your story. So then I had the caption in my notes before I even knew that, like, when I was going to post. But, like, from when they said that they was commissioning the show, I started adding to the caption.
You have to.
But then I didn't even use the caption in the end. Because it was like, calm down, babe.
No, but you have to.
When they sent me the social clip, I posted it straight away, and then they messaged me like, "Oh, by the way, don't post it yet." And then I quickly just deleted it because I was like, "I need to calm down." I was just too excited to like share it.
Yeah, but that's. I feel like that's what people like to see more than the materialistic stuff. Is like people watch you when you're down, when things don't go well, and then to see someone that you've grown with for years and years and years achieve something. It's like, you have to make a big deal out of it, because then those people that watch you for years be like, "Adeola done it. I can do it too." Do you know what I mean? So you have to like. I say share your luxury wins, because any wins are luxury in my eye.
Oh, go there, Maz.
Oh, deep. Hey Peaches, if you're enjoying this video, you should know that you can listen to every episode of Pressed on BBC Sounds, with a new episode every Friday. But now, let's get back to the video, shall we?
Guys, we're going to move on to the hotline and see what has you guys pressed. Don't forget, if you do want to send in anything to the hotline, send it into our WhatsApp number, which is in the description of, the podcast. Just look at the WhatsApp number there, because some of you have been asking. Okay, so let's listen to the first hotliner. Hello, this is the Press Hotline.
Hey girls, my name is Brianna and I'm 15 years old, and I absolutely love your podcast, by the way. It just helps me so much and I love listening to it and it always cheers me up. But yeah, my issue is that it's literally 2 weeks before I start year 11 and I'm so nervous, and I'm really trying to be in my glow up era right now, but I just don't know how to start and how to begin. And I look on TikTok and it's coming up with all this like skincare stuff, and I can't afford it. I'm only 15 and I don't have a job. I can't make money and there's no other way for me to make money. So I'm trying to find ways that I can glow up, and it's just been really hard because I don't have money at the moment. And my other issue is that at my school, there is a school policy that you're allowed lashes and nails, but my mum won't let me get my lashes or nails done. And she's being so strict at the moment. So what do I do and how do I convince her? I know I'm not supposed to have it at a young age, but I just love the feeling of it and it being maintenance. So what can I do?
Oh, that's probably the cutest
No, that's too innocent.
voice note I've ever heard in my life.
Her voice is too cute. Like, if I was her mum, I'll just give her everything. Mommy, just take it.
Just take it all. Oh, bless. I love that she says she's in her glow up era. So she's going into year 11, and I get it. Year 11 is like the last year.
Babe, you know that period where you're in summer holidays and you're coming back to school? Like, you feel like you have to come back to school. You have to prove yourself. Looking like... Look at me now.
Yeah, 100%. New backpack, new pencil case, new books, new trousers, new shoes, everything
fresh,
new.
Everything.
Oh, so glow up. You're 15, going to be 16. You don't have a job. You have no means of making money. Your parents probably just give you only your dinner money, unless you do pack lunch. But you really want to elevate yourself. You're going to be 16. 16. Yeah? What are you doing? How are we going to help our good sis, our good peach?
I'm trying to think of the days when I couldn't afford stuff. I definitely was using my mum's stuff.
Is it?
Yeah, like I'd go into like her makeup bag and take some stuff from there.
What I did, because I didn't have a job 15, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When my dad would give me dinner money, I would save that for the week, and then I will take packed lunch, like sneak it from my mum.
Yeah.
And that's how I'd survive. And then that money is what I'd use to like buy my things till I was able to get a job.
Oh, what I was doing
What were you doing?
When my mum would give me money to get the bus to school, I wouldn't take the bus to school.
You'd walk?
Yeah. And it was like 45 minutes, and I saved like, it was like £5 a week. I saved £100.
In a month?
Was that
5, 10, 15? No, that's not. A day. Are you sure it's £5 a week? It's not like 25. It must have been 25.
But I just knew I had bare £5.
Yeah.
But I used it to decorate my room, so when my friends came over, they didn't laugh at my room.
I was buying skincare and Matt Moose. So she's got options if she wants to go down our route of conning our parents.
You need to con your parents
Basically.
into giving you money for stuff that you need, but there's other ways that you're gonna have to sacrifice.
Yes, you have to be. If you want to glow up, you have
how
to.
bad do you want to glow up? It's a dedication.
It's a dedication, because when you don't come from money, when your parents aren't trying to fund the glow up, you have to do whatever it takes, military mode, and get it done.
Yeah.
Because once you've done your year 11, you've focused on doing your skin. Skincare is important. Guys, didn't really talk about that. Skincare is important. It's so important to start it from puberty, because that's when you get your hormones, you get the spots, and that's where I saw people have acne.
Or maybe you could try con your mum like that as well. Like say that, mum, I think I'm getting a bit of spots.
I feel like mums would be more than willing to help
with teenage spots. I saw that this soap helps really well. I think I should try it. Or even other family members as well. Pull out the other family member cards, because there's always that one auntie, that cool auntie,
cousin,
or uncle or cousin that always wants to help out, or just see, what can I do that you'll give me £10, or what can I do you'll give me £5? Like, try and just like
do what she can.
Yeah, work somewhere.
Is there still them things where like, I don't know if it's hard when you don't actually have an income, but you know where you can get samples? You know how she said she wanted to like have lashes and stuff like that. Even if she can find some way she can get samples of the lash serum. Those are little things that, first of all, she's not going behind her parents' back and, you know, getting fake lashes. She's doing something to help her natural lash grow. And then a bit of mascara. There's those options.
I can't lie. I would like get the lashes and then put it on when I'm
at
school
and then take it off.
Yeah,
same. I just thought I'd try
No, you have to be honest, babe.
Yeah, buy the lashes,
and
put
then
them on
put
at
it on when you're at
school, and then take them off.
Because that's what the bad bees be doing, babe.
Yeah.
We can't wait for our parents
to let
us. By the time they let us, like, we're still all the way behind because they're just thinking about
all of that. I feel like, how old were your parents quite lenient for you when you wanted to get, you want to get, there's a stage you want to just be pretty, like cuter?
No, not really. Like, I think I just started doing, when you just do it a little bit and then you see if they notice.
Yeah.
And then you just keep pushing it.
Yeah.
And then
when they
pushing
say
it. And then they're like, and you're like,
it's too much.
Yeah, there's too much. And then like you calm down a bit, but you kind of see how far you can push it.
What was your first thing?
Mine was contacts. And then it was like lip gloss, but the coloured lip gloss that would just make your lips look pink.
What colour contacts, Adeola?
I really liked the hazel and grey.
I love the grey.
Babe, the grey
was the grey gave everything.
Yeah.
Like, it was
and babe, I always used to struggle to put it in.
Oh, babe, easy. It was so easy for me. Yeah,
I can always used to make my eyes feel so dry, and then I have to get the solution.
Do you have any photos?
I used to have one stuck up on my wall. It was one of my favourite pictures.
Can you show it to me?
Oh, babe, I don't even know where it is anymore.
Just when you have time to find it, please send it to me. I'll send you. I've got bears.
Oh, babe, I know. But yeah, I think mine was contacts, then lip gloss, then lashes, and then foundation.
Wow, I didn't do lashes. Mine was lip gloss, contacts, lip gloss, mascara, and then I done the matte mousse.
Then
I did that. But then I had an era for like 2 years of no foundation. It was like such a thing in my school, like to not wear foundation, just have like mascara and the ribbons. And I was like, I can do that.
Oh my gosh, in my school, everyone would just put the foundation and just put it on with their hands, like
and
rubbing it in like
that
skin,
hand stuff.
and then putting it over their lips. And babe, I always used to want to try to do that, but my lips were too big. Yeah,
and babe, especially with the matte mousse, I didn't have much shade. So imagine it's already probably a bit too light, and then to add it in your lips,
you just look scary.
We've been through it.
And then I'd go through my mum's makeup and she wasn't even my shade.
Oh,
so I was looking a bit white.
Oh, God.
But it's just all part of the evolution.
Yeah, evolution of makeup and glowing up. But girl, we're here for the glow up, self-care, self-love. There are some natural things that our peach can do in the skincare department. Potatoes is like, if you like chop a potato in half and if you rub it around your skin, it's good for clearing like acne, pigmentation. If she drinks loads of like carrot and orange juice, that's vitamin C on the inside. From the inside, it glows on your outside. That's the two things I can think of. And water, babe.
Water,
that's your
water. And drinking lemon water, but I just feel like that's just all long. Like, are they gonna buy the ingredients at home?
No. You know what? I feel like all you got to say to is, my mum, I want a face wash, a toner, and a face cream. I feel like that's all you need.
I want to start washing my face properly.
Yeah, like I can even say it could be like our sex education women, not even sex education. Who are those women that help
tell you about like
as being a woman and puberty? Yeah.
I can't remember.
I've just said, they're saying that now it's time for us to get a face wash, a toner, a serum, and a face cream. And there's so many like drugstore products. There's so many like high street products, depending on where you are. Like your mum will probably love that.
Yeah.
Like I would love to go shopping, like makeup shopping, bra shopping with my daughter. I can't wait. So yeah, just tell your mum. She'll support it.
Just keep begging your mum. Like sometimes when you want something, you just have to keep going for it. This is where the hustle starts from young.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool, guys. Moving on to Madness with Maz.
It's time for Madness with Maz.
And this week's Madness, or something I actually picked up on the blogs, was, Love Island. You guys know I love that. So Kai and Sanam have recently, leveled up their relationship status. So he basically got her a promise ring. Mm-hmm. And I thought this was quite interesting to talk about because, I don't know, actually, like, it does get me pressed because I feel like sometimes people's own issues within what they want in a relationship and their standards, they're basically pushing that towards the whole promise ring thing. I feel like we've had a little conversation about this before and how, like, promise ring, what's the point of a promise ring? You might as well just get married. But I think everyone is entitled to show their way of how they want to tell you they love you, or how they want to reassure you, like, I promise that I love you, or I promise that I'm here. And I just feel like people just do too much. And I feel like the season, like the winter Love Islanders, I feel like they get such a stick. And they most likely, most of them are just very unproblematic. And I don't know, what's your opinion of it? Because I feel like people need to just calm down with it. Like if people want to do what they want to do to show their love, they can.
I do think if people want to do what they want to do, they should do it.
Okay.
However.
Oh, no, not the however.
I just feel like.
What's the point?
Yeah, and I feel like when you do the promise ring thing, you're just opening the doors, especially at a certain age. It's like, okay, the only rings we should be receiving now.
Wedding. How are we done? I think they're like 25.
I mean, it's over 20.
So do you think there's an age? Do you feel like an age limit to when you should be able, you should and can accept a promise ring?
Yeah, I think promise ring is more like, gives me like kiddie, like child,
like 16,
like
my
love.
Sweet 16,
yeah,
my
gives
promise
me that, like,
girl.
Obviously we can't get married, but this is like
for
my
life.
love for
yeah,
you,
yeah.
my childhood sweetheart, all of that. However, if you are like, if I was to get a promise ring now, and I just wouldn't post about it. Like I'll just keep it like this is between me and you, because I already know, like, at my big age, that why am I getting? It's not even an engagement. Why am I getting that?
And isn't that
finger?
bad luck as well? I've always heard this superstition where if you put a ring on your wedding ring, that's
not
not your wedding ring. It's not the best.
And I just think there's other ways you could promise me that through a necklace, like
a locket. A locket where you have one half, I have the other half.
A bracelet. There's other pieces of jewelry.
But a ring.
Why are we all going for the ring?
Do you know what? I think it's like, maybe it's the baby steps for certain boys. Like, certain boys, but okay.
How did I feel after doing that?
Yeah, or like, I want to do something nice where she knows I want to be with her forever, but just I need a minute before it's the real.
But don't you feel like the necklace will do the same thing? Imagine, like, I just feel like the only time I ever want a guy to give me a ring is like I want to be able to feel all those emotions. Like, okay, this is the time.
Do you know what? I honestly agree with you, and I understand it like to the T.
I think if anyone wants to promise me some type of love declaration without a ring, just give me in a form of a necklace or bracelet.
Yeah,
the love bracelet.
The love bracelet. Wow. Oh, I don't know.
I do think once you start posting a promise ring, I just feel like it's just one of them ones where it's like, just take the negativity it comes with it.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's UK though? Because I don't know. I don't think it's an American thing that a promise. I don't know. It's not even. It shouldn't be a nationality.
I feel
thing
like
or
unless you're
thing.
buying me you could just buy me, like, the Americans just bust down rings, like bare glistening diamonds. This and it's like it's not a promise to anything. It's a nice piece
kind of
have to your collection. So if you're gonna buy me a ring and it's just a nice
kind of thing,
just buy it for me. Don't now do all this promise
and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's just where it just.
No, I get it. I personally. I don't know how much you watch. I don't watch them too much, but from the show, I really like Kai and Sanam.
Yeah, they do seem very genuine.
Just genuine. But I wanted to kind of quickly lead it to this before we like jump off. They actually done a video recently about coming out of the villa and how basically, what was circulating was the most recent Love Island winners, Sammy and Jess. They done a photo shoot with OK Magazine, and so did Molly and Zachariah. Molly and Zachariah, for context, guys, they were 4th place. So out of obviously the finalists, it's only been Zach and Molly and Sammy and Jess that's had the OK Magazine front cover shoot. So they've done a video kind of like doing like a catch-up Q&A, and I think people asking them, how do you feel about this, or how come you didn't get this? And their response was like, we honestly don't know. So from that video, when I watched it, I was thinking, do you know what, like for the winter Love Island, I don't know what it is, I just find it as if like they just don't get the same level of respect, the same level of exposure, and then the same level of like success back. And it makes me ask the question is, when you do go on Love Island, what are the expectations? I feel like I can say that with those shows or those situations, it's a thing where it's like, let's be real, you go on Love Island, you find love. That's what you're meant to be going in there for, right? Yeah. So once you found it, it's like, what else could you want? Yeah. Anything else should just be a bonus. Literally. Do you know what I mean? So then it makes you think, I just feel like I just think Love Island's a show where it's like, go on there, if you find love, that's a bonus. But you know what you're going on there for. Yeah. And I think with that, you guys get what I was trying to say, like.
Literally. But we have spoke about this in the Ekansu app. But yeah, guys, that is it for this week. Hashtag Press Podcast. Let us know your thoughts, and we will see you next week.
Have a good week, guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching, Peaches. Remember, you can listen to every episode of Pressed on BBC Sounds and be the first to hear more from us right here. Make sure you subscribe to the BBC Sounds YouTube channel.